envision any scenario where the Big East tournament is not in this building?
No, not at all. It's just so synonymous with New York City, with Madison Square, and Madison Square Garden even more than New York City. And we have such a great relationship with Joel Fisher, and I think the Big East has such a great relationship with New York City. You know, it just, I just can never see it being anywhere else. Yeah. Like I said, you know, I don't think it's smart for any of us in college basketball to say that we're going to push the other one out because we all need each other. You know, like, I didn't hear his comment, to be honest, but you know, I personally look at it like it's great for college basketball, and that the ACC and the Big Ten are in here in New York. Think about it. I mean, it's got everybody talking college basketball. The media's in here. Everybody's fired up about it. I don't think it detracted at all from either of our tournaments. I would invite, honestly, let's get ACC, Big Ten, and the Big East in here all at the same time. As long as the Big East is in Madison Square Garden, that's what we all love. Again, like, I didn't hear what he said, but I just don't think it's I don't think it's collegial for any conference, especially a leader of a conference, to say that about another conference. It's something we should, if that was ever going to be the way we do it, it's something we should work out together.
2017 was a great team. I was so upset I couldn't play that year, and Mario also out that year.
I don't know what the league would be. I would. I think it's great. Like, if I could, as long as the Big East is in Madison, the only thing that Big East teams care about is get us to Madison Square Garden. For what, 35 years, all Big East schools have been coming to New York City. All their alumni come to New York City. New York City people expect it. It's just such a part of our tradition. Those other conferences, they go all over the place. If I were them, I would want to be here too.
Coach, when you first want to tell a lot of game experience in last year as well, can you describe the difference between building four departures
games against them? It's a very good team.
Yeah, it's a completely different season for us. You know, the last few years, I'd say last 4 or 5 years, we've started the season with an experienced team, and the experienced team, the experienced players brought the young guys along, and we improved slightly over the season as the younger guys grew. This year, we're starting the season as an inexperienced team, so we have a lot more room for growth, and probably we won't look as good early as we have in the past, but we have the potential by the end to be just as good a team.
You are still, though,
I go Pons. I mean, the way he can score the ball is the reason why he's picked he's very good with the ball. Scored made some ways. Very crafty. Finishes very well. Very deceptive.
Well, I think Eric, you know, what Eric was saying was we learned that you're going to watch film of a team play against someone else, and then when they come and play you, it's going to be a different team. We learned that after 16. And I think we get that now, so now our players understand, you know, we're watching this film, but when they play us, they're going to be at a different level. And I think they get that. Now the younger guys won't get that. That's where an inexperienced team is going to be different. By the end of the year, those young guys hopefully will get it.
The game you played in here against the Johnnies, they were coming off that win against Duke.
It's always defense, you know. Defense.
They're coming off a win against Duke. They haven't done anything. They lost 10 or 11 in a row. Did they take you by surprise?
No, they really didn't. I thought they played a great game against Duke. They had a great game plan against Duke. They had the exact same game plan against us, and it was very effective. I just thought they you know, for that, that's a young team. For that short period of time, they were playing at an extremely high level. They just didn't maintain that level. And I think you're going to see from them this year, because now they've got the experience to do that. That's what good teams do. They play at that level they did against Duke, play that level against us, and then keep it going. Right? I thought we just caught them in a bad bad time when they were playing. We knew they were good. I mean, we always struggled with them. We played a game here previously against them that was maybe one of the ugliest games of the season, but it was a tough game.
You and Phil.
Jay, is the league more fluid?
It's tough hoops.
Is the league more fluid this year than it has been?
Definitely. I think you got a lot of
college.
You got a lot of teams that were young last year that are the experienced teams, and a lot of the experienced teams last year are now the young teams. So you know, you're going to have, you got a chance for a lot of volatility. You know, I'm sure it was harder for everybody to pick I know it was harder for us to do the preseason poll, because you know any of the, you know Marquette's got some guys coming back. Providence does, are going to be good. Georgetown, St. John, but you know, like a Creighton's got good young players, and DePaul's got some really good solid guys coming back. This probably would be the most unpredictable season since we had the new Big East.
What was your
Since you're kind of situation, he didn't know a lot of these young guys.
You know what? When it comes to that, like how we look at ourselves, I answer those questions because I have to. Then when we leave here, I just go back and just concentrate on us, you know. And I really don't. I don't care where we match up with the other teams. Like for instance, last year we didn't win the Big East regular season championship, but by the end of the year, we knew we were playing better basketball. So obviously we would have liked to win the Big East championship, but we were more evaluating ourselves against each other.
I talk to them every day.
as somebody who cares
FaceTime,
about college basketball, what was your reaction to the college, the guilty verdicts?
You know what? I wasn't as concerned about what the verdict would be as I was just ending the process, which I knew they had to go through. Just end the trial. I think the damage, whether they were guilty or innocent, the damage was done. You know, all the evidence that came out was damaging to our game, to our profession. Even the evidence that was not admissible, right? So I just wanted it to be over because we knew about it previously. You know, when it came out, we knew we were going to have to deal with this, but we've started to try to make changes and improve. But we still had to live through that, you know. And there's going to be another trial, right? So we're going to have to live through that again. So it's just something we have to deal with. It's like in life, you make a mistake, you got to deal with it. You got to take responsibility. You got to learn from it. So we're trying to learn from it right now.
Definitely very much involved.
Do you think that the G League plan to create a professional path will have?
Of course, there's always those days like that, those struggles. You know, I really do,
and I really commend the NBA. I've been outspoken about the fact that college basketball and basketball in our country needs the NBA to help us, because the NBA is the ultimate goal for these kids. You know, whether they're playing youth basketball, high school basketball, college basketball, the NBA is their goal. So we needed their help. And one of the problems, not all of them, we have a lot of problems with college basketball, but one of them is the fact that there are guys that are forced to go to college that don't want to go to college. So the NBA could help with that problem, and they have. And so I thank the commissioner, I thank the NBA. I think it gives guys that don't want to go to college a very adequate path to get to the NBA. Previously, make $25,000 a year. It's not even. You're going to spend. You're going to lose money. So now it gives them a legitimate path. And now, if you go to college, you have turned down a lot of money. So you must want to be in college. I think that might even be successful enough. And I am a proponent that they should let guys come out of high school. But there's a chance this could be successful enough. They might not need to go to
defense, everything.
even though I still would like them to, but this might work. And what would work for me is if the next step is if they say they're not going to take guys once they go to college for 3 years. Now, that's my. I would even take 2, but I think if it was 2 years, you'd still have the same problems. I think a guy would go for 2 years and think I can suck it up for 2 years, get some money on the side. If you have to go 3, you got to legitimately want to be in college.
Are you worried about losing values? I mean, value for your TV contract if the best players all leave? Maybe not all of them will leave.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't, because and I know that's something we have to monitor as well. But I think there is something authentic about college basketball that is what drives viewers. It's not. I know we feel it's the star power. I don't think it's the star power. I think it's the rivalries. I think it's a tradition. That's what drives it. I don't think star power drives college basketball. I think star power drives the NBA. So I don't think that's going to affect us. I think it might help us.
Did you talk about? You still get one and done?
They're coming along very well.
Well, over the next, until 2022, I think we will.
I believe
because I think there are some guys like Omari Spellman. He wanted to go to college. He wanted to go to college, but he was good enough after playing 1 year to go to the NBA. I think Duke has some of those guys. I think Kentucky has some of those guys that want to go to college. But I think it's going to. And those guys aren't the ones that have caused. Those guys aren't the ones that have been a part of the problem. It's been the guys that don't want to go to college, that want to get paid but have to. So I do think we'll still get one and done.
They've all kind of stood up. They're all different things.
Right through all the Big East,
one day could be
the new Big East 5 years ago. Can you talk about that journey, where you are now, whether the doubters and the skeptics have found it?
Well, I was one of the doubters and skeptics. I just didn't have it wasn't.
Yeah, with each other all the time.
It really wasn't productive for me to be one because even though I was a doubter and a skeptic, I had to be one of the builders. And the only reason I was a doubter and a skeptic is because I experienced the old Big East and I grew up with it, and I had so much respect for it. And I still think,
that's why
there's nothing like the old Big East. No conference, and there will not be. But there's nothing like the old ACC either. It's not the same. None of these leagues are the same. But what we are right now, I think, is the best college basketball league in the country. The league that's most committed to college basketball. The league that has the most top to bottom equality in college basketball, and that's why I think it's the best. So given change is inevitable, right? And given that we were going to have to change, we came out of this. The Big East has come out of this better, I think, than any conference, and better than I thought we ever would. I think it's a credit to Val and Stu and the people of the Big East because it was actually better not having a Big East person in charge, because I think if a Big East person, we would have all been thinking about trying to get it to be like it was, and you're never going to do that, but no one else was doing it either.
Jay, you were talking about Chris and Patrick before. What would it mean if they got...
Make a little joke there that I wasn't a kid, I was in college.
What would it mean if they were to get their teams, one or both of them, to the NCAA tournament? What would it mean for the tournament and the league to have Chris and Patrick on the sidelines?
I think it would mean a lot to the league. It would just add to what I was saying about earlier. I think what our country likes about college basketball is the tradition, the history, the rivalries, and Patrick and Chris, they exude that, right? So I think everyone in college basketball would love it. I think fans would love it. The Big East would love it. I just don't want them to take our spot. That's all.
You think they have? I mean, obviously St. John's is pretty loaded this year.
I think both of them are going to be really good this year, really good. It was kind of what I was talking about earlier about both of them were the teams that were young that are now going to be experienced, and not just young in terms of players, but young in terms of their coaches.
We knew what was coming.
They didn't have the team for a long time. Like if you look at Ed Cooley's team or McDermott's team or Kevin's team, like those, even though some guys are young, they've been with him. They were only with Patrick and Chris for a couple of years, so the coaches are experienced, the teams are experienced. I think they're both going to be really good.
Talk about a couple of years in now to Archie's career in the NBA. He's earned a regular spot in that Chicago rotation. I'm just wondering what, if you've had a chance to see, has changed about his game. What's developed even since leaving Villanova? And if you saw this as the arc you expected?
I don't think anything's changed in Art's game. I think the NBA has changed, and they've learned to appreciate players like Art. I really do, and so I don't mean to be skeptical about that. I always would thought if I was coaching the NBA, I would love to have him on the team. That's probably why I don't coach in the NBA. I think a lot of NBA guys really appreciate his skill, intelligence, toughness, character, ability to build team chemistry, and his effectiveness. I really think that's what's changed.
And you gave him a lot of responsibility since day one. Did you see this as a likely outcome? You know, where did you think his game was when you got him?
I really did. I thought what was underrated about Arch as a player was how physically imposing he was as a point guard. He's 6'4", 205 pounds. I mean, he's a stud. I mean, he was a stud football player. So when I recruited him, I remember saying to his dad, I think he can play in the NBA. His dad was kind of shocked. His dad was like, do you really think so? I said, yeah, I really do. And I did. And it wasn't just because of skill, but as you know, in the NBA, there's a certain amount of physical prowess you have to have. And he had it. And because it was mostly in his lower body, you don't see it because those long shorts cover it. But his butt and his thighs are strong, and powerful, and he fits in the NBA because history proves this. Any one of the 10 teams in this school could legitimately go to a Final Four at any time, and I'm not just making that up because they all have, right? And it's just historically proven, and that's what's unique about this league. And each one of these teams continues to grow and get better. And I think when you're authentic and you know who you are, you have a chance for greatness. And that's what I think this league is. We're a basketball league. We know what we are. We know who the teams are. We're not looking to expand. We're just looking to improve upon who we are each year.
You talk about kind of coming to practice and immediately have been vocal and kind of taking on a leadership role. So when you guys, kids who want to be in school, when the upperclassmen leave, they can step right into
college basketball develops kids for the NBA compared to what they would get in the G League. Some people say the G League gets you closer to the NBA, so they learn the system. But I remember talking to Tom Izzo, who said he didn't agree with that. He said, get more practice time in college.
I think development depends on the individual person. If you are socially mature and you have a high emotional IQ, you could go right to the G League and they can prepare you basketball-wise. I think what a lot of players miss out on is if you're not emotionally mature, socially mature, going to college for a few years can actually develop you for the NBA. How to handle the situations you're going to be faced with intellectually, socially, emotionally. But if you have all that, which like a LeBron did, a Kobe did, then go right to the G League. And they, basketball-wise, they will prepare you. But they're not interested in your academic growth, your social growth. It's just not what they do. But and you're on a college campus, that's what we're all about, educating these guys to grow emotionally, spiritually, socially. So, and that's the beauty of, I think, what the NBA has done right here. I think kids are going to make decisions on saying, hey, I'm mature, I got this. I could go play 1 year in the G League, get my money, sign an endorsement deal, go to the league. I think another kid might say, hey, I might need a couple years to be under a college coaches, be on a campus, be with people my age, grow up a little bit, and then that's my path. But I think now different kids have different choices for their path to the NBA, and both of them are good paths. Right now, they don't have a choice. Right? Well, they will now, but previously they really didn't have a choice. They had to go to college. I don't think that was fair to them.